pleasure to enjoy breakfast with you. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I am a veteran of the United States Army, so I have been trained to protect and serve our country. And for more than 20 years, I have been serving our country in various different degrees. And so it's been my pleasure to work with my community, and so I look forward to continuing my work. You know, in the military, what I also learned is the importance of diversity. Diversity is what I believe makes our country great, because if you were to visit our military areas, you would find that it's men, women of all races, all nationalities, all religions. And so, you know, I strongly believe that discrimination in all forms has to be eliminated. So I support, we're going to need all of our people. We're going to need all of our brain power. We're going to need all of our skill sets. And so that's how I believe we're going to move forward. I am named Helen after my grandmother. My grandmother was an immigrant from Cuba in 1920. And she came to America in the hope of a new life with just the clothes on her back, with no family or ever to look back at Cuba. She never ever could go back. And so she would come to America and have one son, which was my father. And she would work very hard. It was very difficult, but she would work very hard. My father would never be afforded an education here for many reasons, but he didn't have one. But he believed in the work ethic, and he worked very hard. He met and married the woman of his dreams at age 19. They were married for the next 59 years and celebrated their anniversary this past December. They pulled themselves up into the middle class and taught me that same work ethic that I hold today. And so that's why I'm working very hard, because I know that you can change things if you work very hard. And so I support immigration reform. So I think that if we can build a path to citizenship, that's going to benefit us, and I really want to support the DACA children. And so I do help. I represent about 160,000 immigrant youth from all across the country who are literally scared every night because they don't know what their destiny is going to be. So I hope that you will also support these children. I am also a community activist. I've been a community activist for over 20 years. And when I say, I want you to do something, it's not anything that I'm not doing. I'm out in the streets every day, protesting, holding up signs, traveling, doing online petitions, rallying. Demonstrating. I happened to meet the lovely Jen on one of my, protests. I'm an advocate for Planned Parenthood, and I jumped on a bus, and they were going to D.C., and I was going to D.C. So there was Jen. I knew no one. I met Jen on that bus and a few other people on that bus, and we went up and we gave everything we had. We put our heart into it, and they still defunded the program. But we're going to still fight for Planned Parenthood. We're not going to give up on that. I believe in pro-choice. I believe in women's rights, and so we're going to keep fighting. So I'm out here fighting for health care. I believe everybody should have health care. Health care should not be a privilege. It's a right, and so I'm going to keep on fighting that everyone gets health care. I'm also on the legislative committee as a chair. And what we do is we watch bills that come out of Congress and the General Assembly, school board, and city council. And there happens to be a bill that's up in the House of Representatives right now that could help the public schools. And so we actually are proposing renovation of the Richmond schools, and hopefully this bill will support the payments of it, and we will renovate the schools without raising taxes. So we hope to have petitions ready to be signed by the residents of Richmond City by this coming June. So that's really good. I don't know if anybody has seen those schools. Their schools are horrible. I don't know how anyone could learn in schools that are so dilapidated. it has to be conducive. They said that for each school that's renovated, a student comes out of school ahead by 1 year. So we need kids to come out of school ahead, not behind. And if it means renovating our schools, and most of the schools in Virginia are horrible. So we have to come up with a plan to fix these schools, you know. So we're working on these things now, like all these things that, you know, I'm going to tell you about are things that when I get to Congress, I'm going to be able to maybe do, but I'm working on stuff right now, to do right now, because we have to do things right now. And, you know, I'm also on a criminal justice board as a co-chair on committee. And of course, we know why we have to reform criminal justice, because we can't keep paying for prisons. Everybody, you know, everybody with a drug problem goes to jail, and we have to stop that. We need to give them treatment. And so if we can come up with treatment opposed to jail, that's something I'm going to support. Also, I was appointed to the Richmond Economic Development Authority, and on that board, I served as the lone chair, and in that role, I helped to expand and start new businesses. And you know, I strongly believe that to get economic growth, it's going to take small businesses, and small businesses help produce jobs. And so that's why I support that. And you know, there is a bill out there that will dismantle even the Economic Development Authority, which is in most cities across the country. So, you know, that's something that small business people really benefit from in most cases. But what I actually do also believe in economic development, and how we're going to get to, we could get to do some economic development right now and stimulate our economy if we would just pay people right. So if we could pay women what we pay men, you know, that's going to give us money in our economy. So I support I employed the ERA, Equal Rights Amendment. I hope you do too. Minimum wage has got to be lifted to a livable wage. They can't pay for health care. They can't pay to live if they're making $7.25. And for every person that's not paid properly on the front end, we as a society end up paying on it on the back end. So we have to make companies become accountable for their employees. Walmart is not our friend right now because we have to supplement their employees. When Walmart's making enough profit that they could pay their employees and we wouldn't have to supplement them. So we have to stand up with, you know, what's right with pay and support the Equal Rights Amendment and the minimum wage. I am a business owner as well. I own a medical practice here in Glen Allen, and it specializes in biohormone replacement therapy and medical weight loss. And this is an area that's sentimental to a lot of people, mainly older women and men. You know, I personally needed to have hormones replaced, so I know the struggle it is for women to afford to be able to do that. And I had to pay an astronomical $3,400 a year just to have that because it's not covered under insurance. And so it was disappointing and it was disheartening. So I said I'm going to do something about that, and I opened up my own clinic for that. So I'm trying to do things in my community to bring affordable health care now. So what I need from you is, if you believe in these things, I need your support. It's a long time before my election. It's not until next year. But I'm not going to let you forget me, because I'm going to keep coming here. I'm going to be knocking on your door, and I'm going to be coming to your events in the hope that you won't forget me and vote for me in June 2018, and then again in November 2018. But we really need to get these candidates elected now. And so, you know, we're going to be asking you to please come out and support them. This is my campaign manager, Angela Bloomberg. If you'd like to ask any questions, or you know, you feel like you want to support my candidacy and you want to give a monetary donation. Please see Angela. Please like me on my Facebook page. It's Ollie for Virginia on Facebook, and if you like me, you can follow my campaign. I'd certainly appreciate that. Have any questions or concerns? If you want to invite me anywhere on earth, I'll go. So just send me an email, and I'll gladly get there. And I'm sorry for taking up so much time. Thank you so very much.